What up, y'all? What up, what up, what up? What up, y'all? How y'all feeling today? It's cold in here, y'all. It's cold. It's nothing like Jordan that keeps me warm. It's a little chilly. Can't turn it off, though, because my baby will have a fit. You turned the air off. Ooh, y'all, that air been kicking out there, y'all. The air been kicking. I know my bill gonna be like double zeros. But yeah. How everybody feeling today? Can I get some thumbs up if y'all feeling okay today? Y'all feeling okay? Let me see them thumbs up in here if you feeling okay. If you're not feeling okay, put the thumbs down so you and I can have a talk and turn that around. You feeling okay? Let me see them thumbs up in here, y'all. I want to make sure everybody is okay while y'all sit through this one with me. All right, everybody's okay. If you got a thumb down, put that in the chat too. Because I'm your girl. I'm going to help you turn that around so you can have a beautiful day today. I am. As you guys know, I'm pressed for time, but I'm going to take my time. You feel me? I'm pressed for time because time is money. I'm savvy about money. But I'm going to take my time right now to deliver what I need to deliver to you guys. That's all. Take my time today. What up? What up, you guys? What up? You guys get some shout out to my moderators. They're here to hold us down in this chat room. Not only do they protect me, they also have your interests at their best heart as well, so that we don't get any interruptions from people that is or could possibly come in and start some mess with you. So you guys give my moderators some love, some shout out for showing up today. I appreciate that. I'm going to give it a few more minutes, you guys. A few more minutes. You say you good? That's good. That's good. Harlem, welcome. Priscilla, Renee, sweetheart. Rolanda, sweetheart, peace. Cheryl, Leisha, I see you. I see y'all. Big Red, what up? What up? Trigger, mad love to you. Polaris, shout out to you. Renee, shout out to you. Shout out to everybody that's rolling into the chat room. Don't forget to hit the likes. You can wait until I finish delivering. It's okay. If you are sitting in the bushes, that is okay too. But don't forget, at the end of this video, I will appreciate you hitting the thumbs up on the commentary that I am about to deliver today. Some of the commentary that I'm going to deliver is going to probably drag some of your attention into it. Throw me some unique things up in there where I can catch you and I'll stop it if you want to elaborate on things that I am about to say. I'm going to take us back into time just for a moment. And a lot of you guys know me. It's going to be a point where I'm going to bring the shits because it's going to have to come. Just to clear up a few things. Shakira, welcome. I'm glad you can join me. I'm glad you can join me. I am. I'm glad that you can be here. So, Anna, welcome. Took a little time. I'm supposed to be bringing you guys something else, and I'm going to do that. It's just showing a little similarity on a case. That was it. So, everyday Gemini. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? got all y'all meats and grease in, and everybody's okay. Okay. Everybody's fine. So let's get this here turned down a little bit. Kind of set the little mood up in here. Set the little mood. I kind of want to go over a little bit of the timeline of how Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly has gotten to the place of where he is today. Okay. Just to bring some focus and some attention kind of back on it a little bit outside of the escapades that is going on. Okay. So she said paranoia is a motherfucker. Okay. We all know in 1994 that was allegations that R. Kelly married Aaliyah at the age of 15. Okay. I'm going to go quickly through this timeline. So if you need me to stop and you want to throw something in on this, kind of go and be unique. Hi, T-Man. With your comment, put something up there, and that way I'll catch it. Hi, Sharon. Hello. 1994. This is a timeline with everything dealing with 25-year accusations on Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. And all of this came alive dealing with Jim Derogatis. Okay. Once I finish this timeline, I do have a question for the chat. And I'm so hoping that I can get an answer to my question. Okay. I'm going to write my question down so that I do not forget it. Okay. He marries Aaliyah allegedly in 94. From 94 to 96 became another lady by the name of Tiffany Hawkins. Hawkins had allegations against Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly on having a paternity test. So somewhere there had seemed to be a short term of a relationship with them as well. Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly said that that was not true and was willing to fight this case. Unfortunately, it looks as if Tiffany Hawkins chose this with her attorney advice to pull out of the case from going to trial and ended up taking a $10 million is what she wanted. She wanted $10 million from Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, claiming that he could have been possibly the dad of her pregnancy. Okay? That did not go to trial. Tiffany Hawkins decided with her attorney, we're going to settle out of court for $250,000. I do have a question before I go on. I'd like to know, why do y'all think that she did not take that to trial and decided to go after Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly for only $250,000, as opposed of going to trial and winning her case, proving that Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly was the dad of her pregnancy? She went from a $10 million trial. And if it was all factual and she could have proven that, it would have been a damn good possibility that she could have walked away with $10 million. But she chose to walk away with $250,000. That's a big decrease in the change that she wanted from him, claiming that he was the dad of that child. Attorney says, we're going to walk away from this one. You know why? Because the attorney, and they could not find any factual facts on that shit, meaning that somewhere there were possibly a test done and it came back negative. But because she had a short-term relationship with Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, and this is my opinion, he wanted it to go away. He did what his attorneys or his advisors denounced for him to do. Make it go away. Leave that one alone. $250,000. This is where your $250,000 episodes started. This is where that number became magical with Tiffany Hawkins. But she lied. And I believe that it was in his best interest with his legal advisory, attorneys to say, hey, get rid of her. Settle this on out so we can move on with your career. That's my opinion of it. Let's move on down the timeline. In between, we had 96, Tiffany Hawkins, 97, 98, 99. Let me jump 1 second to my back page because 96, I believe, came on to, I believe, let's get our timeline right. Trying to make sure I don't skip over when Drea Kelly married Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. That's what I'm trying to make sure. And I am absolutely right. In 96, that's when Drea Kelly chose to marry Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. Okay? Keep that date in mind. 96. Thank you, Fresh. That's why I'm glad you guys are here. Because I'm going to be looking up. So if I stand correct, you stand me correct. You get in my ass and you stand me correct. And one papoose, hold up. That's all you got to say. Because we're going to work this out together. I'm not going to be alone on this here. Bring you guys in. So 96, there you go. You have Drea comes in. But then we go with 97, 98, 99. There was nothing. In 2000, a sex tape dropped. And it dropped to Jim Derogatis. You remember him, the one that worked at the Sun Times. On 12/21 of 2000, an investigation dropped right after that on Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly about this tape. Do you guys remember when Jim Derogatis chose to not take the stand back on that trial? How many of you guys remember that? How many of you guys remember that? Okay, everybody say yes. Okay. Now, I'm going to take you guys here. Okay? Just give me a second. Give me a second. I'm going to take my time with this one. Okay? Give me a second. I'm getting there, you guys. I just got got all my stuff in lined up here, so give me a second. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna bring this in, and I want you guys to listen clearly to Jim Derogatis. Okay. Shout out to the Kelly Conversation, Jim Derogatis with Tricia, and this is video with WBEZ.
Investigating for 2 years. You can call Sergeant Chizewski of the Sex Crimes Unit. So Monday morning, I went into work once a week to pick up the CDs, and show my face to editors, but hopefully not see them. So I could have been seen, but left without getting more work.
You got your credit for showing up.
There you go. Mm-hmm. So I called CPD switchboard and asked for Sergeant Chizewski.
Did you guys hear that? Or you need me to replay it? I'm going to replay it. Because I have a question, okay?
Who sent that fax? It said the Chicago Police Department's been... I went into work once a week to pick up the CDs, and show my face to editors, but hopefully not see them. So I could have been seen, but left without getting more work.
You got your credit for showing up.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you all suppose that he had to sneak in, clock in, but he did not want to be seen getting these tapes? That confused me. Why do you guys think that? Because if I had to answer that, I'm going to say that he took something out of his work establishment that he wasn't supposed to take to get it over to in his hands so that he can have this information before he got in touch with Mr. Sergeant Chizewski or whatever the fuck his name is. Him. Why do you suppose that he had to do that? Because I felt like he did something that he wasn't supposed to do behind the Sun-Times company's back. I feel like it was against the rules or something. Like, you not supposed to take anything up out of here. That's how I feel. And when I heard this, at that point, I made up in my mind that I get what you're trying to investigate, but I feel as though you had to do it crooked as well. I feel as though he should have not had his hands on what was anonymously shipped to the Chicago Sun-Times. I feel as though this DVD or whatever it was sent down there wasn't sent directly to him. It was sent to the Chicago Sun-Times. He just so happened to have his personal vindication and anger against Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly that, I'm going to get this, and this is going to be my ticket now. I could be wrong, but that's how I feel about Jim Derogatis. I'm going to play this one more time.
In the Sex Crimes Unit, and the letter writer, anonymous, and I still don't know who sent that fax. It said the Chicago Police Department's been investigating for 2 years. You can call Sergeant Chizewski of the Sex Crimes Unit. So Monday morning, I went into work once a week to pick up the CDs, and show my face to editors, but hopefully not see them. So I could have been seen, but left without getting more work.
You got your credit for showing up.
There you go. Mm-hmm. So I called CPD switchboard and asked for Sergeant Chizewski, the way it was spelled in the, because I thought, look, if you're going to make something up, you're not going to make up a great Polish cop name like that. You're just not going to make up that Polish cop name. And
just getting the consonants right would be hard.
It was completely spelled wrong. And I almost hung up when the operator told me we don't have anybody with that name. And I said, can you check? Do you have anybody with a similar surname, Polish, in sex crimes? And A woman picked up the phone, said, Chizurski, Special Investigations. I said, I'm calling from the Chicago Sun-Times about the investigation into R. Kelly. And she said, oh, I was wondering how long it would take before somebody called about that. I can't talk to you, and hung up.
Jesus. Now, what year was this?
This was November 2000. There was no tape operator, recording engineer, publicist, radio programmer, writer. It had always been in the air. R. Kelly likes them young. And I don't think anybody had stopped to really think about what that meant.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole thing with Aaliyah, he had denied it. She had denied it. Were they married in 1994? Was she 15? Was she 18? What?
The whole thing about Aaliyah and R. Kelly. He had denied it. She had denied it. Let's move on. 2000. Tracy Sampson. She files a lawsuit. 17 years old. Stated that she was coerced in a situation that she did not like. That was in 2000. But before that, we had Jim Derogatis pushing a tape out. We had Tiffany Hawkins filing a lawsuit for $10 million, but settled at $250. 94, you had allegations of him marrying Aaliyah. And then he began a relationship with Lizette as well in 1994. But here we come along with Tracy Sampson in 2000. He had previous allegations earlier. She didn't get the memo at 17 because he was R. Kelly. It didn't fucking matter. Didn't matter. But if we go back to Jim Derogatis, this is my opinion, and my opinion only. I truly believe that Jim Derogatis had something to do with duplicating a bunch of tapes, because he would have had access working for Sun-Times in and out of that building where there is copying machines to do digital media stuff. That's just my opinion. I feel that because of the way Jim Derogatis hated this man gut, I feel that since Jim Derogatis hunted this man down for 25 years, his agenda was to definitely try his best to get Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. Being that he was the first one to have his hands on this tape from an anonymous person who sent it in, I believe that he had some doing into copying some of these tapes and getting them out there as well as the female who also paid some guys some money to get some tapes out. But that's coming down the line. See, those tapes wasn't out then for that ransom that R. Kelly had to be forced to try to pay to get those tapes back. Those tapes were after Mr. Jim Derogatis. He got the first copy from out of the Sun-Times. And as far as I know, that is when a shitload of bootlegs start hitting the goddamn streets. But that's just my opinion. Who am I? Just my opinion. Just my opinion. Agree with your opinion and agree with your thoughts. But I'm going to tell you that that's what my opinion is. Since you, Mr. Jim Derogatis, is the first goddamn motherfucker that got the goddamn tape sent in the mail. I'm going to have to say that you copied quite a few of them. Got it released out there. Now, there was more put out there, but that was down the line. That was after him. 2000. We know that Tracy files her lawsuit at the age of 17 after knowing, and I'm going to say knowing at 17. And if she didn't know, she had parents that did, because your parent is around my age and most of your guys' age up in here. And this right here is one of the reasons why where were the parents exist. 17, this lady here got off a bus, interested in Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. The only thing that I'm going to say about being coerced into any sexual activity after that first time that you were coerced, that was your first time to make sure you did something about it. I'm going to move on from that one. In 2000 again, we had another female, Patricia Jones, files a lawsuit. Same scenario. You had Tracy Sampson before her. You had sex tapes drop. You had Tiffany Hawkins. You have now had Andrea marry him. You have had Lizette marry him. Now you want some. The signs were there. If you make the choice to want to be known as Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly girlfriend, y'all sure did a damn good job at it. You didn't care that he had another girl or that he was in a relationship or he just got out of one. They didn't even care. I just want to be with him. Where were the parents? I agree. I agree with you, Candy. Where were the parents? You're around the same age. Same age. Hello, Jeffrey. Welcome to the chat. 2000 again. You have another female, Montana Woods. 3 of them, back to back. Boom, boom, boom. Aren't you curious if he was already in a relationship? Aren't you curious if you were there, not wanting to know who the fuck is that one? Who is that one? Who is that one? Who is that one? How many of y'all would have stayed there with 4 women sitting up in there and you not knowing who they are? Are they your girls? And then making your choice if you want to be coerced in a fucking sexual activity. One thing I am going to say, it is not against the law for a man to want to have a twosome, a threesome, a foursome, or a fivesome. It's not against the law. So if the government has a problem with that, then they definitely need to change their local laws, their state laws, their world laws. Change the whole goddamn Constitution. Put it in there. Put it in writing. Put it in writing. Because from what I'm looking at, there is no law for him to say that I don't get to choose to have 3, 4, 5 girlfriends. It just wasn't. 2001. Another tape dropped. Jim Derogatis. Again. In 2001, on this tape, it was said that they were all unable to identify this young lady on this tape. Keep that in mind, because as I go down here, I'm going to tell you guys how many people sat up in there and witnessed and watched this tape on the stand. None of them were believable about the young girl in the tape. None of them. It was 15. I'm going to get to that. 2003, Drea married R. Kelly in 96. 96, 97, 98, 99. Sex tapes drop. In 2000, Tracy comes along. Patrice comes along. Montana comes along. Lawsuit. And I get it with the marriage. It's through thick and thin, through ups and downs, and all that bullshit that they write in that goddamn thing. Write your own vows out there. That original ass vows that they done did, yeah. Write your own shit. It took to 2003. Drea files a restraining order on alleging abuse. Now, Montana and Patricia and Tracy Sampson were in the mix, allegedly, of her abuse. But you stated nothing about abuse with Tiffany Hawkins being in this relationship with him or Lizette Martinez. That's some puzzling ass shit. You mean to tell me that he waited all the way until 2003 to start doing abuse? But only on you. She got the abuse, allegedly. But the other ladies got the alleged aggravated or whatever assault sex. They did that part. That just didn't make sense to me. 2006, Kelly was sued by an association. 2006 through 2007, there was no activity at all. Nothing came up. From 2008, Kelly went to trial for 14 counts of child pornography in 2008. He was found not guilty in 2008. 2017, there was news of the sex cult. And you all know who dropped that and why it dropped. Because of, what's the lemonade braid girl name? Yeah, because she wasn't getting what she wanted. And the Savage daughter was there, and she went and made up all this bullshit that they were in a sex cult. There you have that with her. There were 2 accusers bagged up the sex cult. Yep. 2018, you had an unnamed woman. She files a criminal complaint. Drea Kelly also in 2018 accuses of domestic violence. So she filed in 2003 alleged abuse. I assume nothing happened. She made up. She went back to him, carried on with her marriage with Patrice and Tracy, Montana, Tiffany, and Lizette. She still didn't leave a marriage. That was 2018. Domestic violence. Then the surviving of R. Kelly premieres of Lifetime start to exist. After that, here comes a third sex tape. And we all know where those tapes starts to drop from. And I believe that he is still out on bail due to the coronavirus. We all know that some tapes as well got to him. And this is where the second round of tapes came about from who else other than Van Allen. Looking through a bag, found the tape, picked that one out, sent it out, got duplicates and all of that stuff made. Ransoms come in. You need to pay us this amount. Yada, yada, yada. Story goes on. That's where the second batch of tapes came from. At that time, Kelly was charged with 10 counts of sexual abuse. Sexual abuse. After that, he had been charged with 11 additional counts of criminal sexual abuse. They kept adding on with a different title to it. They started off with the sexual abuse. They leveled up their game with criminal sexual abuse. That is the day that he got picked up walking his dog with 18 new charges stemming from out of Chicago. In 2002, let me back up. Another tape dropped in 2002 before that third tape had dropped. Another one had dropped. And I don't know why I have a gut feeling that these tapes were dropping due to the fact that Jim Derogatis got hold of the first one through an anonymous person sent to him, had all kind of access with duplicating and getting this tape out for everybody to see it, allegedly. And then Van Allen got hold to more tapes, got them to some guys, made copies of them, and start sending those. Michael Avenatti got hold to some, did what he wanted to do with them, met with Kim Fox, yada, yada, yada. Tapes went everywhere. Tapes went everywhere. Duplicated, copied, edited, you name it. The second tape was the tape in February the 8th, 2002, with the urination of a 14-year-old by a witness. There was a statement by Kelly, and he responded to those allegations that it's crap. He said the reason that these things are happening, he really do believe it's because of the fact that I didn't fall back as far as being blackmailed is concerned. He was at the point where I know that I'm being blackmailed now. I know that this is a bunch of shit. I'm not doing these things. This is where he realized that he is really being set up now. He realized that he shuts down monies. Everybody in the world that is affiliated with Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, affiliated, is pissed with this man. You shut down money. Nah, nigga, we ain't done. We gonna keep draining you. We gonna keep draining you. He stopped giving people money. April 29th of 2002, you had Patrice, 16, said that she was pregnant, you guys. She was coerced into having an abortion. And she went after a lawsuit in court, giving up the $10 million, like I stated before, and settled out with $250,000. I can tell you that if I became pregnant by Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, and I know for a fact that that trial would have continued on, because I know for sure that he was the father of my child, and I would have continued on with getting that 10 million. But her story went into behoofs, garbage. But to make it go away, give her the $250,000. On May 4th of 2002, you had Montana Woods. She was sex on the tape, she claims. The tapes got distributed, she claims. What I find weird about it is the same aspect of how all of these other tapes dropped previously with dealing with Jim Derogatis and all of those things. And this one here also claims in May 4th with Montana, 2002. We are now in 2020. I'm like, they dropped where? Because you best to believe that shit there would have hit the streets like fire as well. Somebody or whoever she dropped that fucking tape to, or however it dropped, because we know that money is the ruler of all evil, could have been offered a whole lot of money, and that person would have taken that fucking money, because they wouldn't have gave a shit about Montana, and they would have got all of these other alleged tapes out there for everybody to see. But nothing surfaced. Nothing exists. I don't believe that there was a tape with Montana Woods on it distributed out here. I don't. She settled out of court. I wonder why. There was no tape. And I have to put allegedly on. There was no tape. There's another one. Make it go away. I'm sick of this shit is what Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly is thinking. I'm getting into relationships with legally aged women. And they're doing these things to me. Just like he said, I can't believe they're doing these things to me. But previously he said up here in an interview in 2002 that, in fact, I did not fall back like they wanted me to. So as far as that, I am being blackmailed. I did not give any more money. People got furious, angry. They wanted more. They wanted more. Now, here in 2005, I told you guys that Drea married, and you guys are aware of that. And Drea married Kelly in 96. But in 2005, we have her with a case stating that she needed to put emergency restraining order. She filed for physical abuse, harassment, stalking, and interfering with her personal liberty. The musician, the R&B singer, Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, had that enough time to be dealing with Montana bullshit, Patrice bullshit, Lizette bullshit, and Tiffany Hawkins bullshit to be out in 2005 2005, from her allegations of pressing more charges, that this man had this enough time to interfere with her personal liberty. He was harassing and stalking. Somewhere up in there, we know that she filed for divorce. But back here in 2003, you put a restraining order I will, loving. Give me a second. I want to get through this. I will. I see your message. In 2003, she filed a restraining order on him. We all know what a restraining order is, right? Hello, Unique. Hello, April. Hello, you guys. All you guys are showing up. I'm sorry. I don't look up that much, but I see you. 2003, she had a restraining order out on Mr. Kelly on alleging abuse. So we have 2003, 2004, 2005. Andrea comes back in 2005 and places another order, another emergency restraining order. 2005. Okay. All right. She's assuming, or she's saying, that Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly started coming back around her and keeping up all this whatever after like close to a whole freaking year. I'm going to have to put my thoughts on that and say just maybe he was probably trying to get in touch with the kids, say hi to his kids, but because he might have came 50 feet, or he might have picked up the phone and said, hey, can I speak to the kids or something like that? And because she's aware that there is a lot of lawsuits being filed and people are people are being awarded money, that hold up, I'm not finna let all these women get all this damn money. Because I got kids and rent to take care of. I got to make sure that my name still stays afloat. Because if they drain him dry, then that means I ain't going to get nothing. So now I got to come back out here after the first restraining order in 2003 and pretend, allegedly, that he is still bothering me. He is still harassing me. He is still doing physical abuse on me. He is still stalking me. He is still interfering with my personal liberty. In 2005, I got to keep this going. Shit, they getting all this damn money. This is some bullshit here. I'm going to check that off the list and say that's lies. 2008 in May, he's on trial for 14 counts of child pornography. Attorneys knocked out 7 of the original charges. 15 witnesses for the prosecution. He had 15 witnesses for the prosecution. They took the stand to identify this girl that they claim, all these out here, everybody, everywhere I go, he peed on this girl. Everybody. I can tell you it's been countless of people that said that he peed on this girl. But here it is stated that 15 people went on the stand for the prosecution. And out of all of the things that they said under oath, did not convince the jury that they were even telling the truth. The jury wasn't convinced. on 15 people that was under oath that I'm going to have to assume saw the tape and went in there under oath to convince a goddamn jury that that was him and that was who they say it was on that tape. 15 people. The jury came back in a day saying that they could not be sure of her age. Now I'm coming to the chat because I have a question. I get that they had to prove that the girl was underage. I get that. The part that I am confused about is they filed this under aggravated, sexual, 10 counts of sexual abuse. Sexual abuse. Give me a second. Because I don't want to open up something that I probably shouldn't be opening up. Sometimes you got to catch your tongue. You feel me? You got to catch your tongue. I think I better leave that right there because this video will get shared. And I don't want to open up a door that can possibly change the direction of the prosecution's interrogation. And I think that if I say what I want to say, it just might do that. So we're going to leave this at the jury concluded that they could not be positive of who the girl was on the tape, and they found him not guilty. I get it that everybody wants to say that this family was paid off to go over here and to do this. I get that. I am a trustee of what the juror says after deliberation. So anything that comes along with it from the public and the allegations of it, the juror who your government goes out to select to sit there to give you your due process in the court of law is all what matters to me. If they could not prove it, I'm convinced that the public who says all of this can't prove it to me either, because they saw what they saw and they heard what they heard. So you can't convince me with your words. You cannot convince it. I just don't buy it. I just don't buy it. Let's move on, because we're the 2009. And in 2009, let's go back to the timeline. We have just completed Drea being married. We've completed Lizette. We've completed Tiffany. We've completed Tracy. We've completed Patrice. We've completed Montana. We've completed all of these ladies right here. So now I'm going to jump to my question, which I wrote down. And my question to you guys is, once I start following this thing, this horrific case, all you would hear from a lot of people on this social site, he was all these girls over at the Rock and Roll McDonald's, and all of these minor girls, and all of these minor girls, and all of these goddamn minor girls. According to this paperwork here, I only counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not going to count Drea. And I'm going to count Aaliyah. 6. May she rest in peace. I'm going to count 6. I'm going to count 6. Somebody tell me, with all of these accusations with him down at the Rock and Roll goddamn McDonald's, where the hell is all these other hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of goddamn kids? Where they at? Where are they at? Hi, Janine. Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Okay, he might have passed out a number. Did they ever get with him? Did he ever sleep with him? Did he kidnap him? Because there would be kidnap cases out there on Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. Where are these hundreds and hundreds of goddamn little ass kids that they said he was after? All these people say they saw him, all out south, all at the Rock and Roll. They say they saw him. Where are they? Where are the parents? Where? What, they still sitting at home looking at fucking Scooby-Doo? Because they about, what, 20 and 30 now? But according to this timeline stemming from Jim Derogatis in 2000, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where are they? Where are they? So is this what made Kim Fox stand up there and say, if, and you were in association, in affiliations, in with Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, please come forward. And the only people that came forward is these people right here that ended off up in a Lifetime goddamn movie. I'm the only ones. So where's the Rock and Roll girls, I ask y'all? Where's all these little girls over in Canada, in Florida, in Michigan, in LA, in Utah, in Pennsylvania? Where the fuck are they? Because then that would be a monster. I don't see no monster. I see thirst. I see, because this is Mr. Roberts, this is R. Kelly with the bump and grind that can make fucking music. I see. I want a chance to be his girlfriend. Don't matter who his girlfriend is, because the timelines is too close together for you to worry about it. You didn't care. The timelines is too close. I ask, where are these little girls at? Kim Fox. I ask you, Jim Derogatis, where's all these little girls that made people turn this man into this monster? I ask, why is it that Patrice did not go to trial with this paternity test, claiming that she was pregnant, and settled with $250,000? I asked, why did Matana Woods settled out of court? Why did all of these people who was standing on what the fuck Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly did not go all the way? Why settle on, if you believe what happened to you is facts? If you got sound, grounded ass facts, and you know for goddamn sure you're not finna lose this shit, why settle? and they wonder why it is a lot of Robert Sylvester Kelly fans and supporters that exist out here. Y'all hashtag free R. Kelly. I'm sorry. Let's move on. Let's move on. 2003. No, I'm going to jump back here to 2009 where I left off at. We all know who came along then, and that was Miss Pace. Miss Pace manipulated Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. I don't give a damn right now if people out here, they say you could look at her, you could tell that she was this age or she was that age. You can't now. You really can't. Titties are growing. Ass are growing. The way they talk is different. Grown. And when you want something, you know how to go from 14 to 21 just like that as a woman. You slap that lipstick on and your stilettos on, change that voice, switch that hair up. You're a whole new fucking person when you want what you want. Rhonda Pace stated that she started a relationship with Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly in 2009. And I just told you guys, 2009 and on back, he was already dealing with 1, 2, 3, sex tapes dropping, Tiffany and Lizette. You showed up in the courtroom at the age of 18. You didn't show up in there at the age of 14. You showed up at 18. So we're going to let you be 18, which is a legal, consensual relationship with Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. We're not going on after, oh my God, it was a fake ID. We're not going to do that. And Lord behold, this girl better be glad that I ain't the judge. Because the minute you open that door to come sit in here from being placed in that indictment, the only thing that I want to see presented is the ID that you presented to Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, asking you, how old are you? I don't give a damn if it came out afterwards and he continued to have been in this relationship with this young lady. It's irrelevant to me. That's my opinion. It's what you started off saying that got him to continue in a relationship with you. I'm not going to even point out the fact that, yes, he coulda, woulda, shoulda, didda, dudda. It's irrelevant to me. He took her word. Something had started based on her word and her ID. Facts. The facts was right there, presented on a goddamn one of these. On one of these right here. It was presented on one of these. That's all he asked for. That showed him that he was in his legal rights. Now, afterwards, 8, 9, 10 months, now you want money, and now you 14. Nah, girl. Nah. Where was the parents? They don't get where were the parents. They just don't get it. Where were the parents? Her parents should have been walking up in that courtroom, snatching her ass up out that courtroom. Her parents should have been whooping her ass all the way back to the house. That wasn't going to happen because her parent was broke too. Do what you got to do, but you going to help take care of me too. I'm going to get a cut off of that shit. Since you want to be cutting school and doing all of this type of stuff, I'm going to get some money off of that. So take your own little hot ass on up in there, play the motherfucking game. And as soon as you start getting that goddamn $5,000 a month or that big chunk he want, I want my third cut off of this. Because these people could come after me. Speaking in third party, I'm Mrs. Pace. That's how I think. That's how I'm thinking. They could come after me. You know I ain't got no damn business letting your ass up in there. But if you could pull this off, I want my cut. I want my cut. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion, you guys. It's just my opinion about it. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's all good. It's all good. Get out of my courtroom. There's no way she should be in an indictment. And you know what? As far as I'm concerned with the indictment, she should probably have just this much of a paragraph right here rolled up. This is all she needed. That was it. It wasn't nothing much more to say about her. She's done. You know what came along after that? Miss Kitty Jones. April 9th, 2018. Yeah. Now, you done had Rhonda. All these girls. Woo, you done had 6 more before them. As a woman, I'm speaking to you guys as a woman right now, as ladies. And you guys are out dating. And you have met Jim Bob. And Jim Bob is worth $5.8 million. You are aware that Jim Bob likes a lot of goddamn women. You already know that Jim Bob has allegations of some type of sexual conduct. Okay? You guys going down there to be with Jim Bob? How many of y'all are getting involved with Jim Bob? How many of y'all like Jim Bob? I want to see how many is attracted to Jim Bob in the room. Put a 1 for yes, put a 2 for no. How many of y'all still like Jim Bob? Now he worth 5.8 million. He worth 5.8 million. How many of y'all like him? Y'all like him? After knowing about all these girls, knowing that he possibly still are with some girls, and yeah. You don't like him. He not attractive. He not attractive, Priscilla, no matter what. Well, apparently, Miss Kitty Jones was. Miss Kitty Jones was. She liked that type. With a bunch of women. Loaded with money. Quitting jobs and shit. Move right on in with them. No problem. Moving in. Later on, now you want to know who in that room and who in that room and who in that room and who driving this car, who going. No, you should have learned all that shit before you moved up in there. You should have did that. That's what you did. That's what she should have did. Do your homework. Do your homework. Do your damn homework. Everybody say, okay, a lot of people not. All right, let's take a break. Right back. Purchase 4 tracks today. Look who showed up, y'all. Look who showed up. Say hi to Teddy. It's Ted. You speak? Speak. Speak. Good boy. Good boy. You speak? Can you speak? Speak. Speak. No, not today. You're not feeling it today? Go sit down. Sit. Good boy. Teddy says hi. Teddy says hi, you guys. He says hi. It's so silly. Okay, let's move on. Thanks for waiting for me, you guys. Thanks. Let's move on. Yep, so along came Kitty. Moved in, quit a job. Stayed 8 months. Couldn't take it anymore. I got to get out this shit. Too many goddamn women's all over the goddamn place. Oh my God. Jeez. Then there came an unnamed woman. We all know who this unnamed woman was. She left with some alleged STD, and they filed her for a lawsuit too. STD. We shall see. Here we are again of November 20th, 2018. November 20th, 2018. Guess who files on a domestic violence again? 2003, restraining order. 2005, another restraining order saying that he was harassing and all up in her business. I love Curtis. All up in her business. Yep, that was in 2018. So there's 1, there's 2, there's 3. Andrea saw this lawsuit drop again on April 9th of 2018. That was enough with Andrea. She come back again in November 20th of 2018, and it was like, I need more money. Now, the unknown person got a lawsuit out. And we gonna need some more money around here. These people taking too much goddamn money, y'all. So Andrea pops back in the thing. Andrea pops back up. More money. I'm filing another domestic violence on Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. Loving, you need it? Okay. Okay, I'm going to give it to you. And I'm almost done with this, and then I will let you call in, and I will give you about 5 minutes because I have more. 2003, when Andrea made the first restraining order, allegations, abuse on Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. Well, in 2003, her mom, Jerry Cruz, she called to check on her. Nothing came out of that. Drea had denied to her mom that she was being kept away from her family, told her mother, we live right in Chicago as well. You could have just got in your car and rolled up the street. Basically. She could have done that. But she made a big fuss about it. Drea told ABC News that all of the allegations, they started to come out again. I believe that this is after the, Rhonda and Kitty and all of them. She said that she couldn't take it anymore. She was like, oh my God, okay, you know what? I can't take this one. This was a little too much. We're going to file some more so I can get some more money. She's going to file some more so I can get some more money. 2014 or 2019, more tapes dropped. You know what tapes dropped again? It was the tapes that was allegedly showing Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly was still having sexual acts with the 14-year-old. Same tapes, like the people keep saying. Same tapes. Just keep dropping. 14-year-old. So my question to you guys, is there a different 14-year-old sex tapes out there that dropped? Outside of Miss Pace, who lied about her age at 14. Because the other girls, I believe, were 17 and little 16 or something like that. I don't quite have the exact age of Patrice and Matana. I don't have their age, so I'm not sure if they were the 14-year-olds. But according to this, that's the only one that I have. And that was Pace, claiming that she was 18, but she was 14. Other than that, it was the alleged first tape from 2002. In February 22nd of 2019, there was 10 more counts of aggravated criminal abuse. Criminal abuse. He was arraigned in March, following February, 3 months later. Of May 30th, 2019, there was 11 more counts. New charges. They said new charges now. It was aggravated. Aggravated. What up, Chi-Town Finance? What up? Aggravated criminal sexual. They added criminal onto these 11 more counts. Called it new charges by adding just the criminal to it. That is what they had previously charged him with, just the aggravated sexual abuse. But now they attached on the criminal. In July 11th through the 12th, there were 18 more new counts. 11th through the 12th, they also claimed that there was kidnapping, child pornography. So they added 5 additional charges to kidnapping and forced labor. Okay. Now, I'll open the phone lines for 5 minutes. Go ahead if you want to call in and elaborate on this, because I have more. And we're pushing at 2:02. I want to wrap this up no later than 3. Go ahead, Lovely. The phone line is open. The roof is on fire. We don't need no water. Let that burn, burn, burn. Okay. Well, while we wait for her, I am going to continue on. I want to get into this. She's calling, so let's get her call. Welcome to the One Papoose Show. Who do we have the pleasure of speaking today?
Hi, it's Loie Kelly.
Hi.
I want to tell this story to let everybody know the idea of young females when they're growing up. And I just want to tell you, I was 13 years old. Okay? It was a guy named Dennis Booth. He was 27 years old. Dennis Booth he knew he used to sneak around with me, and we would have sex. But he was so well endowed. I wasn't used to a grown man, but he blew my mind. And I'm gonna tell you what my mind was thinking. I liked him so much. We messed around. I hope there are no children on your line, because what I'm about to say is going to blow somebody's mind.
Okay, give me a second, lovely. Y'all put the disclaimer up. This channel is any children under the age of 18. If you are under the age of 18, this is not the chat for you. Please exit the building.
Okay, am I safe to say it?
I believe so. Everybody in here is over the age of 18. Put the ones up in the chat. If I don't see a one up in the chat, I am going to block you. I need to see ones up in this chat letting me know that you are legal of age to be on this One Papoose Live today.
Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I was 13. Dennis Boo. I love Dennis Boo. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I was young, and he knew I was young.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Yeah.
He used to sneak around and have sex with me in the basement of our apartment building. I used to take a towel down there, let him do what he did, and I liked it, right? So then, one time my mom was at work, and I let him into the house. And he sat in this couch. It's like a recliner chair.
Mm-hmm.
I sat on top of him, and I rode him so good, he begged me to get up off of him. I was learning fast. You understand? Because I liked him. You understand? He was fine. He was the finest thing in the neighborhood. And I rode him, and I rode him. He begged me. He said, get up. And he pushed me up off of him. And he did his thing. He had to have orgasm. And his girlfriend, he had a girlfriend that was his age. And I remember being by the fence, and I was talking, he was talking to me,
Mm-hmm.
and we just talking and everything in the neighborhood. His girlfriend and her friends was coming up behind him. And I saw them. He didn't see them. His back was turned. I played like I didn't even see her. And she had his baby pushing in the stroller. And I ignored her. I wanted her to see me talking to him, to give her an idea that he's playing around on her, right? And she walked up on him. He played it off and everything. And I'm going to tell you, when I was 13, I was on that man. And he was 27. And I was just 13. And I rocked his world.
Mm-hmm.
And he rocked mine.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to tell you something. Don't mistake a young teenager these days. This is what the problem is.
Mm-hmm.
For R. Kelly. Y'all don't know. You can want a man so older than you. If he gives you that penetration and it's so good, and Dennis Boo was well endowed.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to tell you, he taught me. And when it was the only one time I got on top of him, and I act like I didn't want to get up off of him when he was about to come. He pushed me off of him, and he was just scheming. I'm telling you, 13-year-old females know what they're doing. I did it.
Mm-hmm.
And that wasn't the only one. It was a guy named Ronald. He was Dennis Boo age. I was still 13. We was having sex on and on and on. I used to sneak him into my mom's house when she was at work. I would even cook up meals and stuff in my mom's kitchen, feed him and everything. As soon as my mom dropped up, everybody bust ass out the house. I did this shit. I did it. So R. Kelly is not guilty.
Mm-hmm.
I knew what I was doing. doing. And I loved what that 27-year-old was giving me.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
I understand. And I loved Dennis Boo giving me what he was giving me. And I'm going to tell you, to this day, at my age, I still think about him once in a while. Because I rocked him like he rocked me. And I was 13 years old, and he was 27. How about that?
Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure it's a lot of ladies in this chat that can
I'm telling her secrets, pal.
understand.
I'm telling her secrets
Oh yeah.
that I'm going to go to the grave with.
Oh yeah.
And I
They can
know-
relate. Trust me, they can relate. It's just a lot of us that just, they won't. And I saw somebody post in the chat, when you're that young and you want what you want. And you want what you want.
I wanted it, and I was 13 years old.
Mm-hmm.
But Dennis Boo was so fine. So when I sat on top of him, pal, I'm not telling you, I'm being so honest. I rode him, and I was an amateur and did a queen job
Mm-hmm.
on top of him.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand? So don't slip on these 13-year-olds,
Yeah.
12-year-olds, 14-year-olds. Don't slip on them, baby, because I knew what I wanted at 13, and I got it.
Mm-hmm. All right, hon. Thanks for sharing that with us. 'Cause like I say, it's a lot of women in here that can relate to it, but most of it will take it as, something. I can't never tell this story. It's something, and
This is bigger than that, Pat. This is not what we think it is.
Mm-hmm.
A takedown for R. Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
This is bigger. These are the powers to be that's doing that. They are worth more money dead than alive.
Mm-hmm.
Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson. I'm telling you, they want Bill Cosby. They want him to die. They want R. Kelly. They want him to die.
Mm-hmm.
They're worth more money in America dead than alive.
Mm-hmm.
And this has been going on for a long time. It's time to speak out about that. You're worth more money dead than alive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, I've told my secrets, and I'm going to go back in the chat.
You go ahead on, girl. Bless you. Go ahead on. I'll talk to you soon.
I want to donate to you. I have money built up for you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have PayPal. I don't have Cash App. Can you please find another way where I can give you this?
We'll work that out later on. Going on back on in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. I'll put some yellow hearts up in the room for the caller. Some yellow hearts up in the room for the caller. Now, let's get into this right quick. You guys remember this video, right? Let's see. Shout out to the new black, I forget the name of that thing, intellectual net radio. But
twisted.
Let's remember what
have the effect of
Miss
that I desire. It won't help anybody.
She's a doctor or something. 30 years of friends with Robert Sylvester Kelly.
Yeah.
Let's remember what she said about Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly.
Really engage, because this will increase the sales of your and that's settled well with me. So on the day, that was the day before, on the day of I was scheduled to go, and I felt some kind of way about it. So I sent him a text message and said that I wasn't going to participate. And so I watched it. It was more of for me. It was more of a socio-political documentary, more than it was just straight factual. Because when I looked at the music and the graphics,
I wanted to ask you guys, do you guys believe that the Lifetime series was more of a social and political view? Do you guys believe that that's what that was all about? That is true, peace. That is true. Oh, I like your cats. Isn't that a cat? Okay, you say yes, Shakira. Thanks for responding to me. Is that a purple cat? Let's
It's a
finish what she
straight up
says.
horror film, man. It was a horror film, and it was a well done horror film. Like if I'm trying to scare the shit out of somebody, that's what it was. It spooked me. You know, the last episode when I cried for hours. I'm like, what was that? I texted the lady that I know that I'm in contact with who started the Mute R. Kelly thing. She and I talk occasionally. We plan to have a conversation one day and talk about some things on camera to see, because I said, what you trying to do? What's productive out of this? We plan to have a conversation. So I text her about something in the morning. I said, well, I don't know what that was that I just watched. Because that's not who I know. So this is all new for me. It was very emotional. And like I said, it was a spook thing. It's like, man, wow, the flaming things and the dun 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 music, all of this, and so it was very believable for me. And that night, it was a hard thing for me. And what I got out of it for that night was that I'm gonna talk to Robert to convince Robert to make these people go home. This is not my first time. Before somebody said something, I said, man, send these people home. I don't care if they want to stay here. What I know for a fact is he don't hold. This is what makes it so hard. This is a touchy subject because women, I'm a woman. My daughter is 21. This is what I fight for. But it's a touchy subject because I would like just lay the truth out and let the truth deal. Then people don't have to grapple so much with inconsistencies, right? So if you're watching all these other things, what happens is you get to see that it's too much, like you it's too extra. So when I'm watching the news and the news says like he's, and he had a coat and he holding people captive, I'm like, we ain't holding nobody captive. I just seen them people. I was just down at the studio. Everybody, it's a party. Everybody's laughing and joking and funning. Everybody. This is captive. This is captivity. I left out the door. The doors was open. So when they first came out with that he's holding people prison, what? That's not true. Then it makes the whole thing seem kind of weird. Like so you can't really get to the truth. When I watched the documentary, it gave me different facts that I didn't know. The first facts I was given from the media, I knew those to be not true. He's not holding people captive. It's not what he does. That's not there. I've been there when other people are there. He's not even there. And the door is open. So we could all leave. That's like I left and came in and left out. Everybody can leave. So this is not a real thing, but so I have a problem with it being painted like the big boogeyman, the big monster boogeyman. This is what I know of Robert. That's problematic is the same thing that's problematic in pop culture. And it's not in this whole industry. It's not my way of life. I don't do threesomes. I don't do groupsomes. I don't do groupie. I don't do that. It's not my way. But there are a whole host of people who do. And it's legal.
This was a friend of his, 30 years. Down at the studio, says she can come and go as she please, and it's a much older lady. She's a doctor. You can find the full interview of them, I believe, is on the New Black Leadership Coalition, and there are this here interview is with Intellectual Radio. Shout out to them, and I it's long, you guys. But I had heard it when it first came out, but she just came across my mind, being that, she was 30 years in and out of the studio. She tells you that she sees all of these people. She's at the parties and everything. She meets with them for lunch and all of this stuff. She has a very tight-knit relationship with Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. But here, in one of the charges that they have, the On July 11th, 12th of 2019, they have the charges on here of being kidnapped and forced labor. You can put these charges on here, but you also have people out there that can vouch to say, oh no, they were there, coming and going. She said she came and go. She said half of the time you can come and go all day and he not even there. He gone off to a concert or something. So it was like a revolving doors down there. It's like, so when she caught wind of what was going on, and she tells you how she was shocked as well with the Lifetime movie, that it was the thunder and the lightning and all of that stuff that put that intense into people to make them say, oh my God, well, guess what? Of course, that's the type of sound effects and everything that's going to make everything sound believable, and with tears. You got all of that alongside with tears. Very freaking goddamn. But when I hear from someone that has 30 something years, I'm telling you, I have to believe what this lady says. Outside of Miss Winbush, I'm sorry, Miss Winbush was there a good year or whatever, alleged as a freaking maid. I don't care. That's my goddamn opinion, and this is no attack on her, nutritionist or whatever. I do not feel that she was there, close knitted with Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, compared to all of the stories that I hear from a lot of people that has been there with the 30 years. Yes, she can tell you about some of these girls that did this and did that and did this. But if you ask me, I'm going to have to say, how the hell, I didn't know. She looked up and followed the story just like everybody else up in here and figured all of that shit out. I'm just saying. Hey, I'm just saying. It is what it is. That's how I felt about that one. Let's move on because there's more. There's more. I'm giving up my time for you guys today. I should be somewhere else because time is money. But I'm spending it with you guys. Let's go. There's more. We're going to jump to this one. Now, let's go back to his 2002. And I read most of you guys pretty much of the timeline. And yes, there are more fill-ins to go in there. We do know that there was more allegations about Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly that would squeeze in some of the years of the timelines. But for the most part, I am pretty accurate, I believe, of no activity from Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly after Andrea's marriage with him with the 96, 97, 98, and 99. I ask again, when it comes to the rock and roll, when it comes to all over the country with a whole bunch of little girls, and you have all of these people out here stating that Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly likes all of these little girls, 13, 14, 15. I'm going to have to keep asking you guys, where are they? I'm going to keep asking everybody, and I'm sorry. I have to ride with Mr. Dubowski on it, and I gave a deeper look into that chant. When it comes to this 17-year-old who gets off the bus, when it comes to the other girl who quits her goddamn job, when it comes to the other girl who settled out of court because she felt that she could have allegedly been pregnant by Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, when it comes to Montana, who says that there was some more sex tapes that dropped, who was clearly underage, when it comes to her Rhonda, when it comes to what's the girl name? Azrael. I'm sorry. That chant is going to have to freaking stick. And it is, where were the parents? I'm sorry. I have to lean on that. If these girls are missing from the Rock and Roll McDonald's and they got numbers from this man or whatever, yes, Robert Sylvester Kelly will take fault at it. Right? If that shit exists and you guys can prove that shit, that all of these little girls did so and so and so and so, Robert Sylvester Kelly should take the hit on it. And that I am going to stand on. But so far, where I am at now with digging up all of this goddamn shit, I'm going to have to say, Where were the goddamn parents? If your child is at rock and roll restaurant and she comes home and she acting funny and she's sneaking around calling this, or maybe she didn't come home. Maybe you told her to be home by 5. Maybe she didn't show up to 9. Don't you want to know where the hell she at? If she don't tell you where she at, let her go again tomorrow and you follow her little ass where she going. You take time off of work. You call in from work and you go follow your child and you go find out what the fuck is going on with your child. What has made her change this way? Why is she sneaking in the bathroom on the phone, sneaking in the room, sneaking out back? Why you don't know where your child is at the age of 13, 14, 15? Y'all got some goddamn problems. We need a parent reality check out here. Period. Because this molestation don't stop with him. It don't stop with Clive Davis. It don't stop with, let me tell you, Daryl. It don't stop with Barry. It don't stop with Diane. It don't stop with DJ Phantom. It don't stop with Artie. It don't stop with Frank. It don't stop with Wayne or June or John and James or Dream goddamn Hampton. It could have been one of them. It does not stop. Protect your children. Protect your children. Don't blame them later. Don't blame them later. Get them now. Watch your child, boy or girl. Watch your child. You get their ass, because they should know the main thing to do. You run. You run. They say that he did all of this shit in the rock and roll McDonald's. Why the fuck did they not shut rock and roll down? Why didn't you ban his ass from up out of there? I don't understand this. I'm sorry. So this could have played out 2 ways. But right now with the investigation and all of this stuff that I be thinking and reading about every goddamn day, Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly deserves his due process. And these people here are going to have to bring the facts. Because right now I'm going to say, free R. Kelly. I'm sorry. Let's move on. There's more. There's more. There's more. You guys put them red hearts up in the room. Let me know that you guys are still awoke up in this room. No sleeping today. No sleeping today. No sleeping at all. No sleep till justice. How about that one? No sleep till justice.
It's legal.
Let's go. Let's do this one.
Back inside. All right, Al, thank you. On Wednesday, a shocking development. Police arrested a popular singer on child pornography charges. NBC's Jim Avila has the details.
But first, I know it stops inside. The hottest rhythm and blues singer in America.
This is a 2002.
The man Vibe magazine
2002.
The new millennium Marvin Gaye, now in handcuffs, arrested in Florida and charged in Chicago with 21 heinous sex crimes against an underage girl. The key evidence, say police, a videotape made by the singer himself.
The FBI forensics experts from Quantico have closely examined the tape. They tell us it's authentic.
Police say the 40-minute tape, which first surfaced 5 months ago, was recorded inside Kelly's house on this Chicago street. He has since moved to this suburban mansion. The video already screened by the grand jury that returned a 3-page indictment accusing Kelly of, among other things, soliciting, raping, and performing sexual acts with a 14-year-old. Kelly's attorney says it's not him on the video, and the girl in question will back him up.
This charge, in fact, under this case, cannot be proven.
Kelly is best known for 2 upbeat R&B anthems. I believe
Okay.
I can...
Should I rewind that? Because I'm going to finish the video out. But what did that attorney say? It could not be proven. And I sat here and I told you guys for a fact that there were 15 witnesses brought on that stand in 2002 who were found to be non-believable when it came to that being of Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly on that tape, urinating on an unidentified young woman that they could not identify. 15 people took the stand against Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly on that urinating alleged tape. 15. 15. That's a lot of goddamn people. And out of those 15 people, you mean to tell me not a single one of them was convincible enough to the goddamn jury? 15? None of them was convincing. None of them proved to the jury. None of them said anything that would give the jury a verdict of guilty on that man. 15. See, they didn't need, I'm going to tell you, they didn't need Rashana Lanford parents because 15 had already spoken. You feel me? They didn't need them. They didn't need them. Didn't even matter to me, in my opinion, if they'd have said that was her or Sparkle. Didn't even matter. 15 people under oath wasn't even strong enough. Their words wasn't even convincing enough to prove to a goddamn jury that was Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly on that tape. I'm done with that. Let's finish the video.
And World's Greatest, which Kelly sang at the Winter Olympics. Even then, Kelly was proclaiming innocence and blaming his enemies for setting him up.
It upsets me really bad, you know what I'm saying? Because, first of all, I'm not aware of anything like that. And for people, unknown people, to make those statements against me is ridiculous.
After yesterday's arrest, Kelly released this statement, quote, "I have complete faith in our system of justice, and I am confident that when all the facts come out, people will see that I'm no criminal." The tape was first made public by the Chicago Sun-Times, which turned it over to authorities.
Okay. I'm sorry. I got to stop this one more time because it says here that Kelly's statement says that he has complete faith in his judicial system. Did you guys hear that? Put one in the chat if y'all heard that. He said that he had complete faith in the system. In the system. I go over to and peep in on the Shade Room, and I told you guys, I've never watched the Shade Room. I feel like that it's a social site with inquiry minds want to know, and I see that magazine at work. So as I go through it, I see all the negative comments, and I believe that the march, the protest, the rally, whatever you choose to call it, was to support Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. It was for a lot of people to come out and give their voice on pushing for Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly to have his due process rights in court. Now, I don't know how many of you guys have checked and went over to, I think it's Goddess Don. And there's a guy along with Goddess Don on the video. Goddess Don shits, piss, stomps, walks, burns Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. Okay? She has that. She has a right to. It is what it is. It is what it is, but she does. The guy, obviously, there were grannies out there, aunties out there, Oh my God, there was a baby out there. Oh my God, this, so on and so forth, right? So the guy goes on and he goes, along with Goddess and a lot of the other people, due process. He's getting his due process. He getting water. He's getting this. He's getting that. And I'm like, huh? Okay, well, let's go over what due process means. Formal proceedings, such as legal, carried out regularly in accordance with establishing rules and principles. That's a procedural due process. Has Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly been able to have that? 50% of it is yes. He has had some court proceedings. He has been in court. They have given him the laydown of what he's being charged with, yada, yada, yada. Okay? A judicial requirement that enacted laws may not contain provisions that result in the unfair, arbitrary, or unreasonable treatment of an individual. Substantial due process. Do they not know that that means that this man is being held on guilty before innocent? Do they not know that due process allows him to be innocent before guilty? Meaning that regardless of whatever the fuck he is alleged to have done, he is due a goddamn bail to walk up out that courtroom. He is due it so that he can have the right to fight his case, his allegations. Do they not know that? But I get it. Mockery is a motherfucker. People will take some shit, and if it sounds good and convincing, to twist it to anybody that's going to laugh and giggle and shit with you, book them. You will fucking do it. Period. I ain't done yet. Let's go. I ain't done yet. You will do it. Anything that gets giggles and shits and giggles, you would do it.
Against Kelly.
Let me get the video back up for y'all.
Says he confirmed that it was Kelly on the tape by showing it to the 14-year-old aunt.
Probably one of the worst things I've ever had to do is record.
He showed the tape to the aunt.
Look, I don't want to show you this, but we need to make sure this girl is who we think this girl is.
Now a jury must decide if the man who sold 24 million records also made one videotape that could end his career. For today, Jim Avila, NBC News, Chicago.
Dick Devine is Cook County State's attorney. Mr. Devine, good morning.
Good morning, Ann.
Mr. Kelly's attorney says that your case cannot be proven. So how strong is your evidence?
Well, we don't bring charges unless we believe we have the basis for a case. And this is the result of a long investigation. The Chicago Police Department, our office, others were involved. And we filed the charges because we believe there is a solid basis in the evidence for the case.
Well, Kelly denies he is the man on the tape. So what evidence do you have specifically that he is the man on the tape?
Well, I can't go into too many.
Young lady, apparently the family, we're hearing the family of the girl alleged to be in this video is going to not deny that it's her. That sounds like that's going to hurt your case.
Well, you like the cooperation of everybody, but we have to remember here what we're talking about is the protection of young children from sexual predators. It's very important that the community do that. We have the laws to do it, and we're going to enforce them. We have the evidence, we believe, in this case, and whether or not particular individuals cooperate. We hope they'll cooperate, but if they don't...
Okay, I'm going to end that video right there.
Has been the target.
But you hear what he says? They were confident. They had the evidence. They were pretty sure that that was Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly on that tape. This is a 2002 trial. 15 witnesses they called to the stand, and they could not prove shit. So here he tells you that they're hoping that they can bring and pull in some more people from the people that I have went down. This timeline went. All these people here, all the ones in the Lifetime series, all of those, because them the other people. This is a whole new ball game, right? A whole new fucking ball game. Batter up. We got a whole new people. All the ones that Kim Fox called out, went under oath, then did this, then took money for this, and then said this and did this, and until we have gotten to the position of where this R. Kelly shit shenanigans show is at today. Is that, I ask you guys, is that the people that they planning on using? Because if it is, Texas Hold'em, they might want to fold. Because ain't no fucking way. This shit here, with these ladies here, and all on it. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Y'all better hear me. Come on, y'all. Ain't no fucking fucking way a jury is going to buy this shit here. Not this shit here. There's no way. And his friends. You right. And his goddamn friends. Let's go on, because I got more. Let's go on, because I got more. I got some more. You guys get the idea on that one. But let's go back down memory lane on this one. Shout out to Opinionated. I'm going to get right to where I need to be, which is here. There's a mentee out there who is really deflecting from some major shit. First of all, let me put on the record, the back and forth with the guys and Booker, that's a man's fight. And I keep putting that out on the table. It's a man's fight. They found their reasons to go back and forth. One papoose is a lady. I stay in my own lane as a lady. I'll put this on the table as well. When it comes to Mr. Dueprocess, outside of how he runs his channel and going back and forth with Mr. Booker, I support. Period. I support his cause. I support what he does and is doing with the march/rally. Let's put this out here. One papoose initiated the first march. There seems to be a little goofiness going on with it. I initiated the first march. I reached out to those guys. They have the voice. All three of them are genuine in their own way. Dueprocess breaks down the board, brings you all of the people that are involved in this shenanigan shit. Okay? I asked him. You have Trent. I asked him for his voice. Bring it out here. You have the amendments, the constitutional voice. That's what I did. I asked DJ, come on out. DJ follows up. Keep pushing the words of what is being said off of Dueprocess and Trent with the amendments. He had the powerful voice to echo them. That's what I did. Along as well as he had the platform to push that march out, which, by the way, got hit with 10,000 views. I thought that he would be awesome for that part in it. What is going on today? The march that happened last weekend, Mr. Dueprocess' march. It was a march, a rally, a protest to support Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. If he asks for me to come, I will be there. If he don't ask for me to come, I will be there to march. That is my way of showing my support. And I know my reason why I come and why I stand for Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. I stand for Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. I do not stand behind man itself of the things that is going on. I can focus and tune out a lot of things. I know why I am down there. I needed their help. They came along. Dueprocess does not need my help. He has the voice for it. But what I will do is stand behind him because of his cause of doing so. That is what one papoose does. Okay? Okay. There is no beef of anything that is going on with nobody. Before I get to the next video, let me explain to people about that bus situation. And I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I recorded that party bus. It was recorded with intentions that to show that we were having a really good time after we had done the protest. But because we can't separate this party bus being tied into the fact that there was a protest/march that day, I get it. This has elevated way beyond to nothing, to absolutely nothing. Thanks to Bookham. You all thank him for standing up, once again, throwing shit out of a proportion, making nothing out of nothing to get attention, to put negative feedback on some bullshit. You just can't look at it like it was a fucking tourist bus. You know why? Because it did tour us. It toured around Chicago. Tourist buses does not have seatbelts. It does not come with a motherfucking goddamn car seat. You're on your fucking own. That lady is grown. That baby was with her grandmother, with his grandmother. It was solely their responsibility. It was their child. It wasn't nobody else's on that bus. Did we not know that there was a child on the bus? We did. This bus was seated with all women. I get it. Oh, anything could have happened. What was going to happen? You going to blow the bus up with a baby and the kids on there? You going to do that? Then I guess then you would be motherfucker sitting in jail then. If that's what your intentions were. Are they mad because they couldn't blow the fucking bus up with the bomb threats and shit and because there was a baby on there? And if that's the case, I'm glad the baby was on there. Then that baby saved our lives from those devil-ass people on the other side. I'm glad he was on there if that was the case, because I felt that he protected us then. Is that what they mad about? You couldn't do no damage and no harm? Is that what it is? The baby wasn't up and walking about. There was no smoking on that bus. That baby did not have alcohol. That mom that you saw changing a child, Bookham, you want to announce that he didn't have on any clothes? A lot of babies just like to be in Pampers. Maybe, and this ain't no shade, if you were around yours, babies don't like clothes on. They all like to be in the Pampers. They like to feel free when they that small because it reminds them of no restraints in the fucking womb. They just floated in water. You have to be a woman and know that type of shit. You have to be around yours to know why babies and toddlers do what they do. You would understand that concept of being in no clothes. And there's nothing wrong with feeling free as a toddler. That was that lady's responsibility of that child. Safety and everything. She made that choice to put that baby on that bus. If it was against the law, the rules, I should say, of that bus driver, do you not think that for once he would have not said, whoa, no babies on the bus? So obviously it was okay with him, because when it came to not having him on there, he was the person to stand up and say so. But now that he's on there and we're riding with music, fucking wine, and beer, or whatever they have, see, adults can fucking drink no matter what fucking child is around. You can drink wherever, on the beach, fucking kids around. Pop open your shit. Pop your shit open. In the car, sitting out front, no drive, and your baby sitting back there. You want to sit and have the music playing with a fucking wine cooler, drink your ass off. Drink your ass off. Nobody restrained from fucking drinking when you legal age. The goal is to make sure that the child doesn't consume any goddamn alcohol. And the baby did not have alcohol. Let's fix that. Let's clear that up. Because there's a lot of people out here in their goddamn feelings about this baby being on this bus. We fixed the situation. We moved to another bus where the baby was in a seat. Hello, we fixed it. You guys just can't let that shit go. Oh, the baby. Oh, the baby. You motherfuckers out here bitching like the baby was driving the motherfucking bus. That's what you're bitching about. And it's stupid as hell. This is the stupidest shit bookum that you could have ever came up with to pick at. This is stupid. It's way beyond your level of stupidity. I know you got some stupid about you, but you have hit the level of fucking stupidity to try to come at people. You want to send this girl to jail. For what? For what? When you over in a whole nother courtroom, Bookham, trying to deflect the reason of why you should be paying child support. You tell me why. You tell me why you did that shit. You want to deflect from paying fucking child support, but you want to call and try to have somebody locked up because a fucking baby was on a bus without a car seat with 17 motherfucking women on there that got their eyes on this baby. This baby, he didn't get up. He wasn't walking. He slept half of the goddamn tour. A tour. We went on a tour. We didn't go to a fucking stripper club. There was no fucking strippers on this fucking bus. There was no fucking dollars dropping. You know who was dancing for the little baby? I'm gonna put it out there for him to be laughing. And he had such a great motherfucking time. His grandmother was dancing with right in front of him, so he can enjoy himself on this trip. But we took this shit here and turned this shit into some straight bullshit about this fucking bus. Out of all of the shit you could have zoomed in on. Yes, I recorded that shit. I recorded it for safe time keeping. Gives me a memory to look back at a lot of the women that I have met during this event. And this has been one hell of an eventful fucking goddamn thing. I must say, I was astounded. It was a memory that I did not want to forget, that I wanted to put in my scrapbook. I met this person, that this is a wonderful person. This is a loving person. That's why I recorded it. It wasn't fucking recorded for you to take it, a pea-brain ass motherfucker like you, to go and take this and put this shit all out here. A baby was on the bus. Your ass down. Makes no goddamn sense. It made no sense. All that other shit that went on out there, guess what? Shit happens. Get over it. Ain't nobody fucking perfect. Yes, it was a few arguments. Yes, it was this way. Yes, people didn't agree with this. It happens. It's reality. It fucking happens. You motherfuckers are sitting your ass out there like, oh my God, they had to be. So the fuck what? So the fuck what? But here's what happened. Here's what happened after all of that disruption or the little arguments or whatever that went down, the mishaps or whatever. Guess what else happened? Everybody got their motherfucking ass right back on them fucking buses. All the people that was mad and was still sitting on there taking that fucking tour because we had another fucking stop to do. Do you think that if it was just that motherfucking bad that people would want to be sitting up in here with a motherfucker that was finna kill them and do this and do that? Every motherfucker on that, whatever them people over there saying in the McDonald's parking lots or whatever. I'm going to get to the part about people that went on there and decided to now come out and start talking about it. And I agree with Mr. Dubowski on this part here, and I'm going to get to that. Everybody that left for this tour ended back up on the same goddamn buses, going back home as if like nothing never even fucking happened. Shit happens. Shit motherfucking happens. Get over it. These are people that are first time meeting each other, different personalities, different age groups and stuff like that. Going all kind of which ways. Everything ain't going to be perfect. Everything ain't going to be perfect. It's not. Now, everybody that came down there, I guess he's going to have to put an NDA out. Stop fucking talking. Stop talking so fucking much. Stop telling the bad shit. Tell the good shit. What's wrong with good shit all the time? Oh, you can't leave the bad shit out. That shit shouldn't even fucking goddamn it exist. Once we got back on that bus to head to the next tourist site, it should have been gone. You talk about adults. These are fucking adults. You took all of this shit to what? Get you some clout? Get you a fucking narrative on this shit? It was crazy. So I agree with him to a certain extent. People has to be checked. Sign fucking NDAs. Or if you feel that you just got to go tell some stuff, then I agree with him. Then no, you shouldn't be there. This is not the place for you. It wasn't the place for you. And I'm sad to say, and I'm not gonna play the video, but I introduced myself. We all introduced ourselves. And this young lady that sat across from me, and God knows I really tried to prevent showing her cooter-rooter on the camera. But I'm trying to, get my stuff, my special pictures for myself. And of course, my camera kept hitting the cooter-rooter because the goddamn cooter-rooter is all out. I'm basically sitting my motherfucking ass over there wanting to say, can you pull your fucking dress down? The fuck size you bought? And I mean, excuse my French, click is sticking out. And I'm trying to really avoid this shit. But bitch, the shit is piercing out through your fucking shirt. Look at Dash. I put Dash on 2 minute timeout over there trying to look under the skirt. Dash probably froze it on that video. But I'm just saying, you guys, I took the video for memories. I was happy. I was enjoying myself that I was meeting, meeting ladies. I was meeting a whole new tribe of Robert Sylvester Kelly supporters and things like that. So, ooh, child, let's move on. That is it. I'm done with the bus thing. I'm so done and over it. At the end of the day, that baby is home well with his parent and his grandmother. And the bus they back at their bus company, and everybody else is back home, nice, safe, doing their thing. Anybody got the coronavirus? Did anybody tested positive on the bus? Maybe we need to do that. Maybe we need to take tests and shit. Maybe you just need to bring your Dueprocess. These people are going to go have to take a test and bring the copy of the test showing that everybody is negative that's getting on your bus. However, unfortunately, I will not be there. October is a very busy month for me. I will be supporting him. I will be there for the march. But unfortunately, I cannot spend as much time on this go round. October is a busy month for me. Very busy. One of the most important months for me out of all 12 of these months. And I do not neglect that month. And it is some personal things that I take care of for the month of October. And I apologize to the supporters or the fans or whatever you are. I will only be there to complete a march and support that away. Then I'm out. I got shit to do. I definitely have shit to do in October, and I am not putting that on the back burner or shutting that down for anything right now. I'm just not going to do it. I do apologize for it. I do. But anything that Mr. Dueprocess may need with my help of coming, doing whatever minimum amount, I'm going to be there. I do support him on that. He anger, but it's when it comes from someone else that then rub this or then said that, but I don't jump in that. He's a grown man. He know how to deal with that. He could fight. He's got to fight that battle. He's got to fight that battle. But when it comes to this stuff right here, and some things that has been said that needs to be cleared up, that had his name on it or had my name on it to do with the protest or whatever, I'm going to speak up and I'm going to tell the goddamn facts about it. So there is no problem. There isn't. So knock it off, people. Everybody over 18, put a 1 in the chat. Everybody over 18, put a 1 in the goddamn chat. Now, let me tell you guys here, because we're going back down memory lane. And like I tell you guys, I still stand firmly that there is some bullshit. There is some bullshit and some strong ass deflection, and I'm sorry. And until it comes out, I'm going to keep riding it as God is my witness. And mind you guys, I ain't got a fucking fight in this shit. Nothing. I just got a motherfucking problem. That's it. That's all. I just got a motherfucking problem. It clears some things up. Put my mind at ease. I definitely will fall back on some shit. Not all the shit, but on some shit, I definitely will. But my mind got to go at ease, you guys. Let's roll it.
And if somebody tell him or whatever, be evidence of something that he did that you just don't know.
Shout out to Phases. Shout out to Opinionated. I don't know who video is, but they both got their names on it.
I'm gonna set the record straight right now when it comes to Dana Jim and everybody. You know I don't bite my tongue or whatever. Alright? Let me get right to it. Dana did something that he can't come back from with me. No, I don't.
Did you hear that? You guys type in the chat. Did you hear that? Yes or no? Type it in the chat. This is from somewhere in the era of 2002 to 2008. It's in that era. I'm not doing no questions on what happened in 96 or whatever, those right there. I don't give a fuck. He said he was there at the studio. Okay, we saw this, we saw that. I give that part of the benefit of the doubt. Okay, that part there, we gonna go past that part. Give the benefit of the doubt. Seems like things might have been okay. Little basketball hooping and shit going on, and and establishing whether if he wanted to mentor and accept him and help him, do some growth in him and stuff like that. I'm okay with those years. I have to be honest with you guys. I'm definitely okay with those years. The problem that I have, God damn it, is this one.
I said, stop dick riding, whoever you are. You don't know me. So let's put that out there first. Internet gangster. Secondly, I'm going to set the record straight right now when it comes to Dana J for everybody. You know I don't bite my tongue or whatever. Alright? Let me get right to it.
You said, God. I do, Fifi.
No, I don't fuck with him. I will tell him to his face, but he don't call me.
Oh, what you say, Fifi?
Because I heard the evidence. I saw the evidence for myself. There wasn't no hearsay. There wasn't no rumor. Somebody I talked to showed me evidence of something he did that you just don't come back from.
Did you hear what he said? Somebody he knows showed him the evidence about Booker on what he did that he cannot come back on from. Now, let me clear something up for a second on this here video. Let me go here on this one because I don't know if you guys heard it correctly, right? It doesn't really clarify that Bookham did some things to Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. But what it does clarify is Bookham did some things to Kip. Kip apparently went back and talked to Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly about it. This is just my opinion. Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly did not like that. In my opinion, whatever it is, he separated himself from Mr. Booker. He got rid of him. They got rid of him. That's just my opinion. You guys gonna have to figure out your own goddamn opinion. That's just my opinion about it. But let's go back. Let's hear it again.
And if I get a chance to tell Robin, talk to Robin, Robin won't be fucking with him no more either because of what he did. So all of y'all gang on train riding people, whatever, he did something to me that you can't come back from him. He's dead to me. And that's all I want to address. That's all I want to address. Because I see a bunch of them in the comments about people blocking him and all this stuff. What he did to me, there's no coming back from it. And no, I'm not going to call him Ron Jackson. You know, he's not worth no phone calls from me. But what he did, there's no coming back. There's no phone call. There's nothing. So do you want to share what it is, or you just want to leave it right there, brother? You know what? I just want to leave it right there. Okay. Because, you know, I ain't gonna out him, but I'm just telling everybody when it comes to me and his relationship, he did something to me that there's no coming back from. I can't ever talk to him again. He's done. I'm done with him. Wow. And if somebody tell him or whatever, and he wanna try and get in touch with me to talk to him, tell him he can't ever talk to me in life again. It's over. There's no coming back from that. None.
I'm not sure, Sharon.
And if I hadn't seen it and heard it from my own ears and eyes, I would have told that person, you know what? I don't go by hearsay or what somebody else said. That person, they drop cold, hard receipts. You know? And so far, he don't. I did Kelly, Dana, the only real one standing here. Dan, let me put it this way. Let me clear something up for you. And it's sort of back to what we just said. We met Dana back in 1996 or 97. We took him under our wing. We told him stop gangbanging, blah, blah, blah. Went out, he played basketball, did whatever. Hung together, whatever. That's when James was showing Baltimore. Then we went to tour with LL Cool J. LL Cool J was on tour with us. Since that time, there's been no contact. Dana ain't been on tour with us. Dana ain't been around us. He talked to Rob the entire time in Orlando, Florida. We've been to Florida. I mean, Dana was nowhere around. Dana was not nowhere around. Rob's trial 2008, and Dana was so much Rob's friend. What the fuck was Dana in 2008?
Y'all hashtag where it was born.
Why did he insert himself in this situation right now? Why? You've been riding Perk over 20 years. Why you ain't come to his defense in 2008 like you doing today? We had to end it. You
can't make this shit up. Make it make sense.
I'm putting it out there. Yeah.
Make it make sense.
That nigga went nowhere around me. I'm speaking what I'm speaking on. I'm speaking on it because people want to ask questions. Why he blocked? Why ain't nobody fuck with him and all that? I'm letting you know.
Make it make sense. Everybody else is out there burning them out, doing all kind of shit. Doing all kind of shit from this Robert's Best County. Including John Russell, who I'm going to touch on next. Oh, yeah?
It's not about Dana. You understand what I'm saying? This is about answering the questions and clearing up people, clearing up people's questions. They want to know why. So I'm telling you why. Thank you. Give respect for all the rest of it. Internet gangsters, people trolling, that's all it is. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I'm just Whether, okay, are you... So he ready to go live to pull up both his receipts on me. That ain't nothing Dana can discredit about me. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing he can discredit about me. And if he do, tell him he better be careful. I'm telling him he better be careful, because if I see or hear anything, he better be careful. And there ain't no threat guy. He needs to treat very careful and make his decisions. And if y'all don't, and if y'all Dana Dick Riders in here want to go back over and tell him that, tell him I said that to give him something to think about. Before he pull any receipt or fix it up on me or whatever, this thing is a listen, let me tell you something. So somebody unblock that. Nigga, don't come here and ask me no questions. I'm not hitting your phone. I ain't got nothing to say to you, bro. I heard you, and I heard what you did, and I seen what you did. If you watch and listen to this, I heard what you did, and I saw what you did. There's no fucking coming back from that. You know street code. Keep it straight, nigga. You stay on your side, let's stay on my side. Keep it straight. You fucking around with some. Yo, you doing some crazy shit. I'm not these internet people. You fucking know me. Say that. You fucking know me. Okay, brother. Yeah, and that's all I gotta say. Okay. If you watch it, does he look like he back in the chat again? Yeah. I have nothing to say. Don't fucking call me. Don't fucking ask me to call you. Don't fucking try to get nobody to call me. There's nobody you know on a level that can get me to come to the table. Nothing. You don't do no shit like that, nigga. And the person that let me, the person that let me know, you're a real stand-up dude. You're a real stand-up guy. And you know, his name got out him like that, but the person that produced the receipts on this shit is a real stand-up street dude. He's a real good dude. You understand what I'm saying? And he ain't got no reason to do that. He's out concerned for me. He like, shit. Bro, what's going on? Why is blah. Yeah. Because there's so much love he got for me. Kip, I'm going to call you in a minute, okay? I'm going to get off this line. I'm going to call you. Okay. That's all I'm going to call for the thank you. He wouldn't attend the call. He wanted to know what the situation was, and that's why I said I don't fuck with him. Okay. Say, shut the fuck up, nigga. Don't ask me no fucking about what receipt you dumbass nigga. You a stupid ass nigga. You gonna do what you did that day. What receipts? What did I do? Man, eat a dick, nigga. Eat a dick.
R. Kelly is...
Ooh, Tesla's gonna break, y'all. Let's go to break. I do not own the rights to this music. I do not own the rights to that shit here, y'all. But ooh, what's that juicy? Oh, y'all gonna get the dance off. Let's tell Dana. I mean, Book. Let's say Book. Honey, if you need someone to talk to, I do not own the rights. You better not poke that bad book. You better not poke the bad. So you're searching for someone new. You better not poke that bad book. Oh my God. Oh my God. Woo. You can call me anytime. Call me if you need someone to talk to, but call me. Ain't no satisfaction out. Woo. That video there, it'll have you holding your breath. Woo, eat a dick, man. I'm gonna eat a dick, man. It's like eat a dick, man. Eat a dick, man. Oh my God. Fuck that, y'all blow this room up with them blue hearts in this room. Oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God, oh my God, yeah, let's go. I've been watching you, boy. Kip been watching you, boy. You got what you want, you go get it. He got some boys. They are friends of his. Oh, ooh, yeah, I swear, that video right there, I'd be like, ooh, Ooh, what them receipts said, book them. Drop them receipts. Go on and poke that bell. Go on and poke that bell. You drop them receipts, book them. I'm going to give you $200 right now. Drop them receipts because we waiting on that Jew. That's a tea, y'all. You got to wait. He won't poke the bell, y'all. Sitting back there. Like I said, I had to come with shits. I had to come with shits. It is what it is. It is what the fuck it is. It is what it is, y'all. Let's move on, because I'm almost done with this one, y'all. I am almost done. Now, you guys know my opinions and a little bit how I feel about Mr. Don Russell on, doing his thing, right? And I dropped you guys a video with my brother's keeper. And I swear that video, it did pretty well. And I look at it hoping that if the likes and things are up on there, I'm taking it as people kind of understood where I was coming from when we talk about my brother's keeper, hood, street, growing up, dapping or whatever. At some point, a job done to help their friend. That is exactly what that video meant. And like I say, I take it because of the views that it got and the likings that it got, that people were understanding my message about that. So, but yeah, we got to get him to drop them receipts, girl. Get them, drop them receipts. But drop them receipts. Okay. So we all are aware that Don Russell was recently picked up on gun-related charges, right? On gun threats, right? Wasn't it gun threats or something like that? So when I think of his charges, right, I haven't had time just yet to pull his information, which I will do later on tonight, so that I can be close as correct as I can. And if I am not right now, it's because I just have not pulled the paperwork on it. So don't forget, I stand correct. So feel free, jump right in and correct me on this shit. Okay, so when I heard Don Russell first coming on the scene and speaking on multiple platforms, and he has been on some goddamn platforms, his story literally was consistent. Okay, this is why he did this. This is why we were doing this, and this is for this, and this is for this, and it went on and on and on and on. And every time I would hear him speak about it, it would always be about Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly's name associated with it. He never kind of left it out. Then I go and I have these other articles on him where he was the one in the media when Robert Sylvester Kelly went to jail. He the one was talking about him kindly, saying good things and trying to clear up some things of these alleged younger women and alleged being a monster, and why he felt the reason of him choosing to record what do you call it? Consensual, agreed things, and it was to cover his ass from people like the $250,000 lottery ticket women. That would be Patrice and Martina and Lizette. All of those people who hit the lottery. Okay, motherfuckers hit the lottery. It is what it is. So, he tried. And I kept saying, when I saw him, okay, he tried. And then after he, kind of kept going. And so it was like a bombshell, like just dropped. And you know who that bombshell was? It was Bookham. It was Bookham that was bringing out whatever he chose on allegations of Mr. Don Russell doing certain type of movements in his eyes as being crooked, malicious. He's still around. He's going to steal money. And then after that, it was Sylvia that came along and was bringing out Don Russell's mother's information about the notarization and things like that. So, and I was like, well, wow. But how? Because all 10 of his platform, but how? How is it that a man can do? How? But then when you think about it, you guys, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong. I promise you guys, correct me if I'm wrong. Who else have you seen, other than Bookham, come out, like literally come out from the beginning and planted this seed that Don Russell was fucked up and out to get Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly? Who else was it? Because after that, I get it. Cousin Levi joined on, and I get it. I think that I saw opinionated news kind of do a little bit of wiki wash thing. It was like he had to run back and fact check this, but then he came back and said some of this, and little grown boy. Thank you, Felicia. But other than who else? Who else? I asked you. Who else? Y'all heard Mr. Greenberg say anything that's terrible about him? Who else? Who else outside? Let's see. Let me see. Who can I think of? June Brown? Any of them people? Has any of John Holt? Has Daryl McDavid? Has any of those people come out and crushed on Don Russell? So I was a little bit confused about it. It's like I got an inflicted wound here. Like, hold the fuck up. This man has all of this information where Tasha K was on their side. That she definitely don't even care. But I did. I had like inflicted because I'm sitting here going, well, wait. So I went back and I'm replaying. Nick at Night. I'm replaying the Boskis. I'm replaying all of the platforms. I'm replaying Trance. I'm replaying them all. I'm listening to all of the callers that called in and everything. Consistency. Everything collaborated with him having Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly name in with what he was doing. He didn't have a secret with it. That's my opinion. That's how I felt, you guys. That's how I feel. Now, when he came on, he was telling the people, he was telling you how they bought a building. They got twisted up. I believe Bookham said something about what he stole. Allegedly with the building things down in Chicago. Then he was trying to, he told everybody. Now you tell me what crooked ass motherfucker is supposed to tell you they playing when he sat there and he told hundreds of people from on these platforms right to your fucking ears, oh, we planning on pushing his music overseas. Did he not tell y'all that? Did he not tell? Because he didn't have to share that. Did he not tell you guys right to your ears what his plans were when it came to Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly? Did he not tell y'all? Because I heard him say it. He also said that he told you guys the reason why that it could not be pushed over here. He's told you because when it's dealing with the local, that they were too powerful out here, and they had the power to keep blocking everything that was associated with Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. He told you that. Don Russell told you that. But yet then the seed was planted from Bookham that, oh my God, he fits to steal all the music and put it overseas. Well, where else was he going to put it, Bookham? I asked you. That's a question to you. Where else was this man going to put this music down to accumulate money for this man? And because every goddamn thing that Mr. Don Russell tried to do to help Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, he blocked him. You blocked him. He's blocked from this. He's blocked from that. And guess what happened? I bet y'all don't know what happened. Ask me what. Hashtag what? I'm telling you what. Hashtag me what, goddamn now. And this ain't no goddamn allegedly. Hashtag me what exactly happened, Pap, after Don Russell could not get out there to make fucking money for Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. Well, by golly, I'm glad you guys asked, goddamn it, because I got this. This what happened. This is exactly what fucking happened. The motherfucking defense fund dropped. The dollar for the king fucking dropped. Go imagine that shit. Huh. Why wasn't he given the opportunity to try to raise as much goddamn money as he could first? And if it would have failed, then Don Russell would have been the only fucking man that everybody would have had to been looking at. But because they wouldn't allow him to do his magic, because they was booking planting the seed. He's a criminal with the help of Sylvia. He's doing this. They crooked. His mama signed this without up-to-date license notary and all that stuff. He got blocked. Couldn't get no money to come in from Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. I'm sorry. That's my opinion, and that's how I fucking feel about it. But I know what happened after he came on and he told everybody, he pleaded to everybody. Man, they stopping this, man. They doing this, man. They doing this. And within that, like a month or so after that, it was the fabulous announcement for the defense fund and the motherfucking dollar for the king. Now, y'all put that in your pipe and smoke it, but that's how I feel. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. And I'm sorry. I can't, that's my theory. That's my goddamn theory. That's my damn theory. It is. That's my theory. That's my theory. So, at the end of the day, Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly has to go through what he's going through because of all of the shenanigans show, because of this magnificent setup that they script, whoever they is. And I'm going to be dead serious with you guys. They wrote the fuck out this book. I kid you not. They wrote the fuck out this book on this man. It's sad. Yeah, it's real sad. And it's still going on. And it's still, there's more. But they wrote the fuck out this. This shit here should go down and motherfucking, goddamn it, top motherfucking seller, they wrote this shit. This shit is crazy, but they did it. They motherfucking did it. They did. Put it right on. Put it right on up out of there, all for the love of money, hatred. What do you call it when you want to get back at a person? They all that. They did it. Mad than a motherfucker at this damn man. And they set him up, and they're going to continue to do whatever they can to make his fight harder and harder and harder. Now, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to get on up out of here. Everybody is after his money. Everybody. I so wish that Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly could have had his case done as a pro bono. I do. There would be no money involved. I really wish it could have been that way, but I believe that is only requested and approved when there is a person that doesn't have money that can pay for their case some extent, which I'm going to go over with you guys sometime, but I got to get to work because I'm running late right now, you guys. I'm running late. But I have a case in here, and I'm going to go over it, and it talks about pro bono case, okay? And it talks about similar to Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly's case where this guy kind of turns it around. And when I say that this man went after the state, talking about his First Amendment right, where they had no choice but to let him go because they violated all of his rights, mainly the First Amendment one. He turned around and he sued them, and he got money back from out of the people who was actually suing him. So he wants the money. Everybody wants the money. This is just my opinion, and I'm not trying to stop nobody flow. Nobody flow. Put your money where you choose to put it. Where you choose to put it. Treat it like a goddamn slot machine. If you put your money in that slot machine and you do not see no progress or nothing has been done as to where you have donated your money to, go home and cry on your motherfucking pillow, because you should be doing your homework. Number 2, treat it like a slot machine. At this point, nobody knows where money is going. Nobody. Hello, Tamika. Nobody. You trust what you want. Papoose right now, at this point, because it's been so much, even as far as Bush talking about there's no money on the books. Nobody's getting my fucking money. Nobody. If they started off crooked with the shit, if there's been some discrepancies about this goddamn shit, y'all better think fucking twice. Y'all better think motherfucking twice out there. But for those who are donating, shout out to you. Make sure you treat it like a goddamn slot machine. Because once it is released from your hand to wherever you sent, and you don't see it working for you, they haven't all left him, you guys. They ain't left him. That's not how that work out here. That's not how it work out here. It's not. It's not. Y'all get on up out of here. Have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful goddamn day. Peace. Let me shout y'all out. Stephanie. I said what I said. Tamika, Pat, Rolanda, Unique. Candy Jones, welcome to One Papoose. Felicia Clark, APZ. Hey, sweetheart. Candy, I did you, Amber. I did. Every day, Gemini. What up, what up, what up? What up? Levi, Dana, give that damn money back. What up to you? What up to you? Daz, shout out to you. And Amber, shout out to you. Nakina, shout out to you, girl. Shout out Priscilla. Miss Spencer, shout out to you. I'm getting y'all. Robin B, thanks for showing up. Thanks for showing up, you guys. Ashini, I hope I got that right, but you know what? I'm going to put some love stank on that one, girl. Shout out to you. Miss Walker, shout out to you. Shout out to you. Shot-Time Finest showed up. Shout out to you. Shot-Time Finest. Big Red, shout out to you. Adrena, shout out to you. Matt Dime, much love to you. Thanks for showing up. And Cardi, thanks for showing up. Shout out to all you beautiful people. But y'all know how this works before we leave, right? Scorpio. Shout out to you, girl. Shout out to you. Anybody else needs some shout outs? Get on up out them bushes and bring your ass in the room so I can shout you out. I don't see your name. I cannot shout you out. Kawana. You say, are you? Yes, I'm fixing to go. Where you from? Kawana. Where you from? Are you fixing to go? Yes, I'm going to fix it to go. Jewel, shout out to you. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Before we leave, because I love unique thoughts, y'all go ahead and give the person above you green. Let's do green today. Give the person above you that green heart. Give the person below you a green heart. Give yourself a green heart. Give Pat a green heart, you guys. Until then, I'll see you soon. But right now, because of y'all ass, y'all got me late for work. I'm late for work. I got the haul ass now. Thanks for coming, you guys. Thanks for coming. Yay. Thanks for coming. Thank you. Y'all have a good day. I might see y'all tonight. Talk shit night at work. On a break or something like that. I might see y'all tonight. Everybody got my email. Oh, let me show y'all this little thing, right? Let me show y'all what this thing do. Look at this shit here. Now, this is some funny shit, right? So, I'm always buying some goofy shit off of Amazon, right? Remember I did this. Do y'all remember the people that had been with me earlier on when I first started out and I used to come on and do like some crazy shit? So I just so happened to like be cleaning up my table over there, and this little thing was still laying over there, and I was like, oh my God, I ain't had that shit on in like years, right? And they always try to sucker you into buying some shit. So I was a sucker when I bought this shit, right? So I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna buy it. Because when you look in the mirror, we always notice, okay, I wanted to firm this up right here, right? You wanted to firm this up. So I was like, I watched the video and shit on it, and I was like, oh, damn, okay. We gonna do that. We gonna try to firm up some of the fat under here, right? What party don't have liquor? You got that right. You got that damn right, Dreezy. Put that shit in there again. So I don't know the name of it. I guess it's like a chin neck firmer. Shot-Type Finance, you gotta hit me on my line, girl. Hit me on my line. Hit me on my line. I seen your question earlier, but I believe she's okay, but you can hit me. Okay, so you remember that everyday Gemini, right? So I was in the mirror. Because I be doing some goofy, funny shit sometimes, right? And I still do my teeth thing, right? I still, every now and I go to bed, I'll pop that in so that they can get right. Get. Okay? So apparently this thing was advertised as a chin firmer, right? So I guess you're supposed to put the bitch on this way. And then you're supposed to tie it on up like this. So it's Velcro, right? Now, Beauty, you say you remember. So, and it has like the ear thing that you can put your ear through, right? So you can go to sleep. And you get, it's cushion in there, right? So the goal of it was to firm your face up, right? So I would put it on. I would put it on that night, right? Got my ear all up through there. Adjust it. You can bring it back, bring it up, forward, Velcro, make it tight or whatever. Right? I kid y'all not. I was laying in the bed thinking like, okay, it's working. I'm trying some new shit out. Go firm. Firm this shit up underneath here, right? And every day, every night, I felt like somebody was choking my motherfucking ass, y'all. I would be in the bed like, oh, shit. And then I would snatch this shit off, like, get the fuck up off me. I swear to God. So, I mean, literally, like, if I'm turning over and shit, right? I thought somebody was fucking like joking me. So I had to hell nah. I had nightmares about this shit. I was like, shit, I'm keeping my goddamn fat neck. I was like, fuck that shit. I was wake up with fucking nightmares, y'all. Some motherfucker I was like, oh, hell nah. And I promise you though, Rolanda and Everyday Gemini, since you guys remember it, I ain't put this bitch back on since. I ain't put it on since. So I know it gave me nightmares, y'all. I had to, girl, I was in the bed. Boy, better get the fuck up, boy. So I swear, it was one of those. Now, it might come in handy if you want to buy one, do your little hanky-panky stuff, tie your arms to the board, Velcro or some shit. I'm sure it has better usage to it other than feeling like some motherfucker choking the shit out of you. I'm sure it does. And probably in due time down the road, I might find out what else it could be used for before I throw it out in the garbage. Bye, y'all. Bye, y'all. Love you. Peace. Get on up out of here. I gotta go. I'm late. I gotta put my shoes on and run on out the door, y'all. Have a good day. Bye. Bye. Have a good day. She said, what Beauty say duct tape is to buckle. What you mean? Oh, see what I mean? It did. I gotta go. Bye.